everyone doing today? Perfect. Is anyone on their 10th cup of coffee like I am? I can't remember the last time I was actually up at 5 o'clock this morning, or 5 o'clock ever. So first and foremost, I really appreciate everyone letting me come here today and talk. It's great to get in front of people, and especially when we're talking about disruptive technology. So probably two questions on your mind right now. What is CrowdCompass, and how long did it take him to tie his bow tie this morning, particularly at 5 a.m.? So before I get into a little bit of background about our company and the app that we helped SAMC to build for this event, want to just kind of take a look at a bigger picture. When we're talking about disruptive technologies, when you look over the last 10 years, and it's weird to think that coming 2017 is the 10-year anniversary of the iPhone, but when you think about mobile apps and how much they've impacted our lives, I would almost argue it's been one of the biggest disruptions in technology. Because think about it. In the past, when you needed to deposit a check, you'd have to go to the bank, you'd have to wait in line, it would take forever, and then maybe the bank's closed by the time you get there after work. Now I open up an app. I take a photo of my check, and I'm done. I can deposit all my checks laying in my bed on a Sunday morning. I don't have to get up. I'm based out of Richmond, Virginia, so when I flew out here on Sunday, I went to the airport, I was already checked in, I had my boarding pass, all I did was walk, drop off my bag, and I was good to go. And now they have apps where you can go in and you swipe left or you swipe right, and if someone likes you, you now have a date an hour later. So it's really interesting to think about how much apps and technology have changed our lives. And when you think about how frequently we're using this and how fast the adoption of mobile apps has grown, we've adopted smartphones and mobile apps at a pace that was double the adoption of television, which is weird to think about. So when you look about how much time we're spending on our phones, companies and organizations and communities have had to completely change their whole approach. They've had to change their marketing strategies. They've had to change the way they engage with their consumers. Because when you think about it, we all carry around our phones everywhere. Oops, hang on. There we go. Sorry. I forgot there was a pause in the PowerPoint there. When you think about how connected we are and how we don't like to be disconnected anymore, when I was landing on my airplane, before the wheels hit the ground, my phone was back on. I was checking my emails. I was checking in with work. I was checking Facebook and tagging that I'm in San Francisco now because I don't get out here that often. It's now an integral part. It's 70, and here's just a fun fact for everyone. 71% of people between the ages of 18 and 44 have their smart device on or around them 21 hours a day. So now with all of these communities and organizations, they now have a way to stay in continuous, constant communication with their target audience. And so more specifically, what we do at CrowdCompass is we help organizations, communities, nonprofits, and associations develop a mobile app strategy for a lot of the events that they host that are designed to bring people together. So like the event today, there's a mobile app. And you're thinking to yourself, well, why would I use a mobile app at an event? Well, because it's designed to help deepen the engagement. Whether you're at an event here, you're out in your community, mobile apps are designed to really engage everyone at a deeper level. And it's caused a lot of organizations to really expand how their event is set up. So for example, here, the mobile app went live weeks ago. So as an attendee, I can go into an app. I can look at all of the other attendees on an attendee list and see who else is going. I can start planning my networking. I can choose who I want to connect with long before I get to the event. And now I've already planned out my entire event before I've ever set foot at the event in this awesome building and had the amazing Mexican scramble. Sidebar, I actually used my phone to take a photo of that tag because I want to go try and make it when I get back home now. But as you can see, mobile apps are just changing how we're interacting with people. But one thing to keep in mind is mobile apps aren't changing what we're doing. They're just changing how we're doing it. Another example, and I like to use this when I do a lot of our mobile app demonstrations, because in the app, there's a gamification component. You know, it encourages you to interact with each other. It encourages you to take photos and share your thoughts. So one of the things that we want you to do is take photos and post. You can do that straight from the app. And by doing it in the app, we're going to pre-populate all the hashtags for you, so you actually don't have to remember which hashtag to use, because we're going to help you with that. And that really creates a community within a community. And so that's really our big goal, and that's really the direction I see a lot of this technology taking, is really deepening that level of engagement and connection amongst each other when you go to events like this. And so I'm probably not going to take the full 9 minutes. I want to make sure we can get through this, but I really wanted to come up and kind of just share how our specific niche in mobile apps is really helping organizations and communities and businesses and nonprofits and associations really expand their reach. Because once this event is over today, later this afternoon, the mobile app's not going to die or go away. You can still engage. You can still communicate. You can still reach out to others and share thoughts and ideas. So now we're taking an event that is traditionally 1 day or 2 days or 3 days and turning it into a year-round engagement. And that's really where a lot of this technology comes into play. It's no longer we're going to talk and meet today. We're going to talk and meet yesterday, today, and the next several days, the next year, the next month, the next 6 months and down the road. So with that being said, if you haven't downloaded the mobile app yet, please do that. If you go to the App Store, search for CrowdCompass directory, hit download, and you'll see Connect16 right in there. If you have questions about the technology or the education, or maybe thinking about developing a mobile app strategy for some of the events that you have, come talk to me. I'm going to be here. And if we don't get a chance to talk today, all you have to do is download the mobile app, because I have a profile in there with my email, my phone numbers, links to our websites. And so I definitely love to hear from all of you. So with that being said, thank you so much for letting me come up here and talk for a few minutes. I really appreciate it. And I hope I get a chance to talk to all of you.